Hi guys, welcome back to the Astrology. Today we are going to be talking about the transit of Rahu and Ketu into the sign of Aquarius and Leo respectively. Now, May has been a tremendous month. You've got three big transits. Rahu and Ketu is what we're talking about. But Jupiter transit is also something that we've prepared a detailed video and I already released that last week. If you've not had a chance, guys, please go ahead and check out that video as well. Earlier in the year, a couple of months back, I released the video of Saturn's transit as well. That was also extremely important because these are large, slow-moving planets who are making a transit within 2025, all of them happening in 2025 itself, which makes this year extremely crucial. Now, this video is being recorded for the sign of Taurus. You can watch it both from a Taurus rising as well as Taurus moon sign perspective. Guys, before we jump into the video, I want to emphasize on the fact that this video is being recorded for keeping the transit as 29th May, which is the true transit date. Yes, 18th May is what everybody is talking about. That is when it touches it. The true transit occurs post that period on 29th of May. And will be there until December 5th, 2026. So for the next 18 months, how you should be planning your roadmap, working according to the transit. If you want to analyze your natal chart in combination to the transit, feel free to reach out to me. But our objective will be to put together an understanding as to what you can do best to rule your planet. So without further ado, folks, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to talk you through to understand this transit better. Now, guys, you have to see first and foremost that Rahu is coming into your 10th house in its own sign of Aquarius. Yes, he is the co-owner of the sign of Aquarius. Saturn is the other planet that rules it. But before we jump into all that ownership aspects and stuff, we have to understand that this transit is happening in the fourth axis for you. Now, I have repeated throughout the course of this series that the transit for Leos, Scorpios, Aquarius, and Taurus is going to be extremely crucial. Why is it? Because for the four zodiac signs, it is going to be happening in the Kendra houses. And all these four, you are the last one that I'm creating this video, Taurus, for you in this series. It is going to be a transformative period. It's going to be something drastically transformative in your life that is going to happen during the course of these 18 months. I created this for the Leos, for Scorpios, and Aquarius before. And now I'm repeating this for you as well, Taurus. Go back, rewind back in your life, 2006, 7, 8, 18 years back when this transit had taken before. And you will realize that there was a significant achievement that came in your life. Probably a childbirth happened, probably you got married, you got divorced, there was some big change in terms of your relationship, there was some big achievement with respect to your education, some break that came in with respect to your education, a job hurdle, a business problem, a revival of the business, a comeback of sorts, a job switch that was dynamic, that made you last for the next 18 years, for the next few years, something that was disruptive in terms of your growth strategy or decline, something related to your health. One thing or the other would have definitely come into play in that period. People who are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, they can look back and put their comments. And Taurus, something of that sort is going to be repeating. This is going to be comeback of sorts. There could be issues, there could be difficulties, there could be challenges, problems, but some significant comeback, some significant transformation, some significant rise, some significant change, impactful change is what you are going to witness in the next 18 months. I've been telling for these all four zodiac signs, and I'm pretty confident that's going to happen because you see, when the transit of malefic planets is happening in the Kendra houses in 1, 4, 7, 10, then they tend to shake up the pillar of the life. They tend to impact you in a much deeper way. Now, as you would notice that Ketu is seen as the co-lord of the Scorpio sign along with Mars. while Rahu is seen as a co-lord of the Aquarius sign along with Saturn. And thereby, those kind of behaviors will be visible here, but more importantly, they will be giving benefits of the houses, other houses that they feel comfortable as well. Which means your Gemini sign and Mercury sign, Virgo sign, which is signs of Mercury, where Rahu feels compatible, you are going to see some sort of impact from that perspective, as well as from a Ketu's perspective, Sagittarius and Pisces is going to be playing that role. Now, guys, we have to understand Rahu in the sign of Aquarius, it's a powerful situation. He is the co-lord of your 10th house along with Saturn. Now, in transit, the Saturn is stuck in your 11th house. Not a bad situation, but he's giving a third aspect to the first house, and that is why it is crucial. The other bit you have to understand is that Rahu's transitory impact can be judged by the quality of or the dignity of Mercury and Saturn in your own chart. Why did I say Mercury? Because somewhere or the other, Rahu tends to do well in the sign of Gemini and the sign of Virgo, friendly to friendly to Rahu. On the other side, Ketu, which is considered as the co-lord of Scorpio sign, tends to behave like a higher evolved version of Mars or a distilled version of Mars. Higher evolved is not the right way to say, but distilled version of Mars for that matter. And then he tends to do well in the sign of Sagittarius and in the sign of Pisces. Now, when they are in this 410 axis, it is all about the balance that you are going to strive with respect to your emotions, with respect to your mental calm, and the insanity that is required given that your 10th lord is in the 10th house itself. Rahu will bring magnification, Rahu will bring expansion, Rahu will bring madness, Rahu will bring ambition. Unsatiable hunger is what is seen through Rahu, because he doesn't have a tummy, he doesn't have anything under the neck. So all he knows is to consume until the appetite is exploding, something which is unmanageable. And that is why when you are continuously in a mode of consumption, you do not know that where to draw the line, how to be balanced. And this is what is going to be happening for you in the 10th house now when Rahu is there, because with anything and everything, there will be an obsession for you achieve, be it with respect to your home front, personal side of life, or professional side of life. All your karmas will be driven with the material aspect of thinking. And Ketu sitting in the 4th will be trying to bring that spiritual balance in life. And folks, the only remedy, actually I like this placement. To be honest with you, I like this placement because Rahu, when he comes in the 10th, he becomes enormous. He gains tremendous strength. He does deeply well in the 4th house, given it is an Upchaya house in itself. But at the same time, there will be some bits of challenges on the emotional side of things that have to be understood deeply during this transit. Rahu is going to make you a workaholic. You will seek perfection, but you will seek abundance. You would want to do a lot more in a short span of time. Rahu is shortcuts. So you adopting the long, hard way to do things, like say a Saturn will grill you, or even the way Jupiter wants you to achieve things when he's placed in the 10th, is going to be extremely different than what Rahu is going to push you for. He is all about that obsessed achievement. Remember Swarbanu, when he realized that the nectar is being distributed only to the gods and not to the demons, he was obsessed to have it. He wanted to make sure that he doesn't miss out. And now, I'm not saying that obsession was wrong, but in that obsession, he was ready to cheat. He did not question. He could have chosen that path. You see what Rahu wants? Rahu wants to sneak away, shrewdly, cleverly, to ensure that I get a grab of that nectar. And that is why he got killed, of course, with a complaint of sun and moon and whatever all that story is all about, with Ketu falling on the feet of Vishnu while Rahu falling far away. But that is what you can anticipate with this combination of Rahu and Ketu, that now you will be obsessed to achieve by hook or by crook. Once the targets are defined, logged, identified, you want to just nail it. And Taurus, in Kali Yuga, in this modern era, it may not be a bad idea for you to be that pushy towards your achievement, towards your goals, your objectives. Rahu is going to bring you that drive. You are a student watching this video. You want to go ahead, learn 20 more things, appear in those competitive examinations and crack the shit out of it. Rahu is going to help you do. The point is that do you want to continue striving in a shortcut mode? Are you trying to prepare something in the 11th hour? Probably you might find success, but it is not going to be great in the long term. It is going to be hurting you in the long term. That is what you will have to be watching out for. I think the kind of obsession that Rahu brings in the 10th house, sometimes it is hard for a person to differentiate between the right and the wrong. It is like the test of your karmas happening before Rahu is about to reach into the house of principles in the next transit. So that evaluation, that metric is something that you will have to take a note of. Rahu sitting from here is giving an aspect to your second house. You are going to be driven to bring in more savings. You are going to be motivated to try new things in the market, explore what is there in terms of cuisine, food, different cultures, communicate to people of different backgrounds. You would want to take your family out for trips into international holidays. Those kind of activities are going to be increasing during this period. Rahu in the 10th, first of all, is going to bring you significant expertise to deal with the masses. You will figure out mechanisms to maybe give false promises, fake promises as well, or anything to convince the other party. He does well in Gemini. Communication becomes extremely good, even though, especially when related to your karma. If you want to move the ball, move the needle, you will make sure that you go ahead and commit, convince people, and negotiate into situations in such a way that you are creating a you-win situation, Taurus. Not a win-win, not a two-win, not a we-win, nothing of that. You-win situation. That's all what you will care about. And again, I'm telling it in a very harsh, blunt, realistic manner. This doesn't mean I do not like it. I love it. I love it because I think Rahu's doing what he's supposed to do. It is for us, for the natives, to understand where do we draw the line. Should we be motivated or not? Absolutely yes. We just need to know where is that we will not cross the line to take shortcuts, to accomplish our objectives through wrong means, unethical mechanisms. That is something should not be a part of our life. And that's the only caveat. That is something that comes with your own. So Taurus, I cannot be imparting that to you in this video, but all I'm trying to say is that the planetary combinations are giving a promise of a very productive shift from a work perspective. I see growth coming in with respect to your job. I see expansion of your business coming in. From people perspective who are working in jobs, I think you will be looking forward for new switches, promotions, larger responsibilities coming your way, upgrade in terms of your band, positioning, title, representation in your organization, resulting for an increased scope of work, increased scope of duty, expansion in your team, reportees coming into play. All of those things are highly probable. Taurus people who've not been in jobs or who've been looking forward to make a shift in their careers that can give them growth will also be coming through during this period itself. Now, I'm telling this both from a Taurus rising as well as Taurus moon perspective. This Rahu is going to give you significant expansion with respect to your mother-in-law as well. Remember, it is 7th to the 4th. So it is 4th to the 7th as well. So it's the opposite of your mother of your spouse. That is how you can look at it. And you will see success coming your way in that direction as well. So then the bit is that this Rahu is giving an aspect to your second house. It will bring in possibilities for you to shift homes, to relocate. Relocation probability is again very higher for you guys, Taurus. Either relocation or traveling extensively. I was telling this to the Scorpio folks as well, that extensive travels will come into picture, or a relocation could be a higher probability. You might shift into a new home, new residence. You might purchase a new property. Expansion of the property is also possible. And both these planets in this horizontal, in this 4-10 axis, are going to support it. So please do not be surprised if you go on to buy a larger property and see the next level growth coming in your life. There could be circumstances for one person to switch their job from one city to another and thereby a change of residence. Or it could result into you. Probably you are working out of home all this while since the pandemic. And now in the new role, in the new setup, you might be expected to work out of office in a regular basis. And that is where you will see the next shift come in. Because This Rahu is going to give you an opportunity to connect, collaborate in a work environment, in a company with a team that is located far away from you. Maybe you start working with a foreign entity. Maybe you work with a foreign entity, but they require to work you in a different area, in a new zone, in a new city. Those kind of changes are very strongly evident to me. This Rahu is going to form a very strong Chaturhanta Yoga as well, which means it is going to give you the ability to overcome the challenges strategically. All the obstacles that will be coming your way, you will leave no stone unturned, Taurus, during this phase of life to acutely identify them and overcome them. Then the other bit that is going to happen is that this Rahu is also going to bring heightened interest with respect to you trying new cuisine, new food. Some sort of a new rhythm on a day-to-day basis will also get established. Maybe you will pick up on exercising. See, karmas are going to increase. You are not going to sit idle with this Rahu. That is for sure. You taking up one action at a time, one activity after a time, and continuously working to accomplish those objectives is going to be the theme of your life for the next 18 months. And it's a beautiful theme. Ashme, that is what it is said. And that too for Aquarius sign in its own sign. My gosh, it is dramatically strong. I think one of the most strong transits is that for Taurus as well as for Aquarius sign. Phenomenal. So this Rahu is going to bring expansion from all those perspectives. It is going to resolve your issues from finance perspective, from loan litigation perspective, from a health standpoint. You will eventually overcome the problems that will come your way. But please do anticipate that there will be challenges first. Health related issues are going to come in your life during this phase, Taurus. Ketu on the other side is coming into your fourth, which is a reaffirmation of change in residence. Now, usually when Ketu is in the fourth, I tell people that there is a high probability you will end up living far away from your place of birth. But this is a transitory Ketu movement. This is going to be a period where you'll have to be careful towards your emotions, towards your health, towards your mental health. The amount of stress that you take towards the health of your mother itself. You will have to take care of her during this period because that is one risk that will come with the transit of this Ketu into your fourth. This is also going to be a period where you could get reprimanded by the government in some sorts. Please keep your taxes in order. Please keep your payments in order. Any kind of unethical measures on that direction could result into some severe penalties coming your way. But at the same time, this Ketu is going to detach you from your home front. Rahu is keeping you so engrossed at work that you will feel less excitement at home. There could be a bit of lack of peace from a home front. Now, this is because either of your stupendous involvement towards your profession, career, work, whatever it is, or there could be just general lack of interest. You could feel a general uneasiness. Maybe once you make a change in residence, you might find some peace back in your life. Why do I say that? If a person is looking forward to get admission into a college and has to move into a dorm to stay there, they do start feeling uneasy right before the move itself. It takes some time for a person to settle in and then they start prospering or doing well in that particular environment. Same thing might happen if you have to change your job location and you have to change your place of residence. So that little bit of uneasiness, dissatisfaction, confusion, fear is bound to exist with the entry of Ketu in your fourth house. But it will also give you the ability to learn and grasp on your emotions. Ketu is the distilled version of Mars. You will have to keep a check on your temper, though, through the course of this period. Because your emotions will be on a rise. You will not know how to process things coming your way. My dog is continuously making sure that I should not be focusing on, and that's why I'm getting distracted with the recording, because he seems to be asking for yet another walk. But anyways, coming back to the fact, this Ketu is also going to promise that there is going to be an increase in spiritual affairs, spiritual matters, meditation of some sorts, yoga practices coming into play, which is going to help you channelize your thought process much efficiently. See, in this axis of Ketu and Rahu, given the aspect of Ketu is in your moksha trine 4, 8, 10, He's stationed in your 4th, aspecting your 12th house as well as your 8th house. Thereby, occult, spiritualism, religion, all these aspects are going to become extremely crucial. And Taurus, you cannot ignore your mental and emotional health. You are going to be super busy. You are going to be chasing your dreams. You are going to be aggressive. All that is great, positive. Be, your student life, be a parent, working professional, business person. I see success coming your way, Taurus. But outside thinking has to be balanced with and inside thinking as well, if I'm making sense. You have to introspect as well as to what is giving you the energy, what can help you channelize your energy to help you focus on all matters outside. Rahu's doing well in all the external affairs, but the internal affairs have to be dealt efficiently, and that is what this Ketu will be demanding you to do. The bit you have to understand is that Ketu is going 10 places away, being the lord of 7th into your 4th. Finding some peace at home or finding some fulfillment time to yourself, regeneration time for yourself at home with your family or in isolation through meditation, through some yoga, through personal space is going to be crucial for your success in all sorts of partnerships. Partnerships in terms of married life, partnerships in terms of career, workplace, external world, your reputation. People will be able to adhere to your thought process better. Many people will actually jointly take decisions in terms of working there with their partners to build a house, construct something. Actually, reconstruction, that is a better word. Some sort of an activity within your house is what you would want to pursue. Something gets broken and you start fixing it. Your bathrooms, your kitchens, your places of worship within your home. That sort of an activity is going to be extremely prominent. Now, I would want you to draw some caution with respect to your health as well. Again, I'm iterating on this point. I anticipate the risk of some people going under the knife, having some accidental risks or otherwise medical situations where you might have to undergo some sort of a surgery. So you have to be careful on that front as well. This could be applicable to you or also to your mother. This Ketu will give you a tremendous opportunity to immerse yourself in learning the occult, mantra knowledge, chanting of mantras, learning new stuff, something maybe from a different culture, religion, origin. That an interest is going to deepen in you. You should get involved with occult because it is in the moksha trine itself, or spiritualism in any way, any shape and form. Learning new matters, getting into PhD programs, getting started with some new course just for the sake of acquiring knowledge doesn't mean that you are trying to relate it to you learning something new and then applying that at your job front or applying that at your business front and trying to seek some growth of sorts. No. I think in general, your inclination to learn something new is going to be extremely helpful for your case. Then this Ketu is going to take you to travel into different regions, locations through the course of the next 1.5 years. Traveling abroad, far away from your current place. Just from a spiritual perspective, it is going to be life altering, changing. A new dimension, a new aspect of life is what will come across. It will reduce your interest in bed pleasures as well. Some of you might also see a shift in your sleep patterns. I know this is hard to believe, Taurus, but given that you are going to be so obsessed, engrossed in your achievements, which is a good thing, you have to, at the end of the day, sacrifice something. We all have 24 hours. Time is hopefully the ultimate constant. Maybe I should start a YouTube about talking about quantum mechanics and light and stuff. Maybe some of you guys might be interested. There's so many thoughts that keep coming in my mind when I talk about astrology and I start thinking about it. But guys, the fact is that somewhere or the other, you will have to sacrifice, compromise in your life to settle what you want to achieve. Yes, these 18 months are going to be a period of tremendous achievement. See, Saturn is also going into your 11th, Rahu is in your 10th house, Jupiter has already come into your 2nd house itself, giving an aspect to the 10th. Wonderful. That 2, 6, 10 trine is beautifully activated for you guys, Taurus. I cannot even fathom the quality of impact that you can generate with your efforts, with your karmas in these 18 months. But there is a risk of you not able to take full care of your health, of your mental sanity, of your rest, peace. Body fatigue could also be a very natural thing that you might feel during this period. Last but not the least, I would want to draw your attention that there could be situations that many of you could undergo career transformation in these 18 months. Ketu's aspect is there into the 10th house for you. And you completely shifting that to start something new, somewhere maybe in the second half of this transit, is also possible. I would want you to deeply analyze your action reaction to whatever you're doing and then take the step forward. But I think, Taurus, it is going to be a period of transformation, stupendous growth. You will have to work hard. You will have to take care of your health. Relationships will be on the rise. Romance will be on the rise for you. Material aspects of life are going to do tremendously well. It is the spiritual side that you have to proactively balance. It is the health aspect of your life that you'll have to proactively take care of. But otherwise, it's a beautiful period. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. If you have, then you must smash on that like button, subscribe to Dave Astrology, and keep watching.